Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll get started here in just a couple minutes. We're going to give everybody about 2 more minutes to get online. So hold on a few minutes. All right, you ready, Jennifer?
I'm ready, yes.
All right, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today on our new webinar series. We're so happy to have Jennifer Backman with us today from Bend Beauty as our guest today. She is the Director of Product Development among lots of other roles, as we all do in our small business worlds. So with that, I'd like to pass it over to Jennifer, and so you can learn all about Bend Beauty. Thank you.
Hello, thank you for the intro, Wendy, and thank you to all of you joining us today. Super happy and excited to share all things Bend Beauty with you. So this is kind of our first time doing it via a webinar. I'm really used to talking and getting feedback from everyone. So I just wanted to set some expectations for you. I'm going to talk for about a half an hour. I'll introduce the company, kind of who we are, our products, and really why ingestibles in the professional skincare industry. And then we have lots of time at the end for some Q&A. So take some notes, no questions, hold back at all, anything at all, I'm happy to answer. But yeah, so I'll be talking for about a half an hour. All right. So we have partnered with Alexander's 1 and 2 in the US. They are our first US partnership. We are actually a Canadian company, and we pride ourselves on developing products, and we want to partner with the best when it comes to professional skincare. So we partner with distribution companies to help reach spa locations like yours. So we have full distribution here in Canada. We are a Canadian company. We've been in business now, I think, going into our 4th year. So we're coast to coast here in Canada, and we are actually located in Nova Scotia. So all the way north and all the way to the east, a small community here. And we're pretty proud that everything is local here. And Mark St. Onge is our CEO. So he is from Atlantic, Canada, and he has many, many years experience in essential fatty acids, as well as antioxidant research. So when he started Bend, really he wanted to start the company to help create a beautiful life. And one of the things that he always says is when you nourish all the connections, something beautiful happens. And it's quite interesting because this really is, speaks very kindly to this industry. Really, we're often talking about the way we look on the outside, but really it's what's on the inside that matters. So by nourishing all these connections, we're helping to create a beautiful life. So Nutraceuticals, so Bend Beauty, we are all about ingestible skincare, so skincare from within. So we are focused only on what we call a nutraceutical. So really, what is a nutraceutical, and do they actually work? What you're seeing now more than ever is an emergence of the healthcare industry as well as the skincare industry, and we like to call this functional skincare. Consumers are more savvy than they've ever been, and they're seeking out natural alternatives and things that are going to complement the products that they're already using for their skin, so topical products as well as services. So what's really interesting is when you look at industry insights and where the market's been going, typically people have been buying, supplements per se from drugstores, health food stores, but really when they were asked, what is important to you when you're picking a supplement, a huge number of people said that they are buying it because of hair, skin, and nails. So this is a well over $100 billion industry. And so it just made sense where the products are migrating from trendy health food stores to the shelves of skincare and professional skincare products. So really, the new science of skincare is key for us. We know more and more about aging and age-related cellular damage. And so this gives us a new opportunity to approach aging and the degeneration of each cell. So remember, we are focusing on skincare from within to complement the topical products that you're already offering. So we're going to get a little science-y for a minute here. And I want you to think of two different individuals. When you have somebody in their early 20s, they have hydrated skin, elasticity and firmness, they're creating their own collagen. You're really in the prime of your life, and that's kind of where everyone is trying to keep themselves. We call our products anti-aging, and let's just say there's no way to completely stop aging, but our goal is to age as effectively and the best way possible for yourself. So this study was done by taking fibroblasts from participants in their early 20s and also fibroblasts for participants in their 80s. And by removing these fibroblasts and putting them into a petri dish, a controlled environment, they were able to test them. So we all have heard this time and time again, that after a certain age of your early 20s, you stop producing your own collagen, or at least those fibroblasts decrease. Well, what had happened is by removing the fibroblasts from the 20-something and removing it from the 80-something and putting them in a controlled environment, something really interesting happened. So the participants in their early 20s continued to produce more fibroblasts and collagen. What was even more interesting is the participants, or the cells from the participants in their early 80s started to produce more fibroblasts and more collagen, and actually accelerated even faster than the group in their early 20s. So really, this is a good news story. It means that our bodies and our cells actually can produce collagen. However, it's the environment and the everyday stressors that are preventing us from being able to produce the best possible collagen. So really, it's about your skin climate. So we've coined something called our skin climate. And when you think of climate, you think of different weather. I'm not sure where everyone is in the world or in North America today, but I'm sure everyone, if when we look at our window, we have different weather that's happening. Well, that happens for our bodies as well. So everyday environmental stressors are going to cause our skin to age. It's going to cause cellular decline. And really, when you look back to that study with removing the fibroblasts and putting them into a controlled environment, it's all about lowering that inflammation within the body. So when you are able to control your skin climate or your internal climate, you're actually able to control the way your body ages. So how we phrase this is skin climate is kind of like your internal body chemistry. There are two causes of aging, and you can put every one of the causes of aging into either one of these buckets. One is chronic inflammation, and the other is free radical stress. So this is caused by everything from the foods that we eat, to the lifestyle we live, to environmental factors, and of course, UV exposure. So something that you've probably heard, and if you haven't heard it, you're going to hear it in the near future, is inflammaging. So inflammaging is basically inflammation as well as aging. So not only is inflammation a chronic killer, I mean, it's the cause of all disease in that the body feels. It's also the big causer of all age-related decline as well. So just to give you an idea of how this actually works, so irritation damages the cell membrane, which then, of course, will turn into free radical damage that is in the white blood cells. And that's when you're damaging the collagen and the elastin within the body. So it depends on what your lifestyle is like, but we all have a different age depending on all of these stressors. So skincare from the inside out. I know you are all very familiar with the different layers of the skin, but this is just a little bit of a reminder. So our skin is our largest organ, and it is designed to keep things out. So when you look at the different layers of the skin, you can see that the topical products really can only go so deep. Where the magic happens is really at the hypodermis. And the only way to safely and effectively deliver to this fatty area is the red blood cells. So the only way to safely and effectively get active ingredients into the red blood cells on your own daily is to actually ingest a product. And that So our products, right now, this is our core line that we have. So we have our anti-aging formula, and we also have our healthy collagen boost product. So our anti-aging formula, and this really is the superstar of our line. And I know we're using the word anti-aging, but I want you to think of pro-aging, because it's all about being the best possible version of yourself and building the best possible skin. So we hold some pretty impressive claims for this product, and we'll get into a little bit more in detail, but first and foremost, defend. So it's going to help increase skin's resistance to UV-induced sunburn. We've done a human clinical trial on this, and I'll get into a little bit more details on that in a minute. Hydrate, so it's going to help to lock in moisture and hydration. I mean, we can drink water all day long, but if you're not locking in that moisture and that hydration, you're going to continue to get dry. So firmness helps to improve elasticity and firmness. And think of this, remember, it's your entire skin organ. So we're not just talking about the skin on your face, we're talking about the skin on your entire body. And who doesn't want more elasticity and firmness everywhere? Next, we have smooth. So it's going to help with roughness and redness. We have an approved claim for atopic dermatitis. Also, those little bumps, KP, on the backs of your arms, this product is fantastic for helping to smooth those out. And then, of course, protect. So remember the two causes of aging, chronic inflammation and free radical stress. So this is going to help to add antioxidants to your skin. And antioxidants are what help to fight against free radical damage. So what's in these bottles? So I always like to give a mention as to the ingredients in this specific product. We don't sell it specifically on ingredients, because if we were to remove one of these ingredients, we wouldn't hold those powerful claims. So I want you to really think about synergy. So the synergy of these 6 active ingredients help to give us these approved claims. So the first 2 ingredients are EPA and DHA. And EPA and DHA are omega-3s, and they're derived from fish, and we get them from small fish, so like mini mackerels and anchovies. And the difference between this product and a typical fish oil, because I'm sure every one of you here have already heard of the importance of fish oil when it comes to all-around health and also skin health, is the EPA and the DHA. We have a 3-to-1 ratio of EPA to DHA. So EPA is the one that really helps with that inflammation. GLA is an omega-6 and it's derived from the borage plant, very often used in topical products, but it actually performs like an omega-3, so it's also very anti-inflammatory. So I want you to think of this. EPA, let's say we had a house on fire. EPA would be the product that would come in and put those flames out. DHA would come in and also help to put that inflammation out, but it is going to help to put out that last little bit of fire, those kindlings, that smoking. And then the GLA is going to come in to help lock in that moisture and hydration and to make sure that it is completely saturated and that inflammation and those flames do not come back. Very, very important that one, you correct the issue as well as you make sure the issue does not come back. The next two ingredients, we have zeaxanthin and lutein. So these are my personal favorite ingredients, and they are antioxidants, and they're from the xanthophyll family. So they're brightly colored. Zeaxanthin comes from paprika, and lutein comes from marigold. And so that's what gives the product that really rich orangey red color. What's interesting about these two ingredients is they're actually found in the macula in your eye. And they actually will help absorb free radical damage and protect your macula from damaging. So instead of allowing a ray or a light to damage a cell, it absorbs that ray of light and releases it as a soft, undamaging heat. So very, very interesting because EPA, DHA, GLA, zeaxanthin, and lutein all have an affinity for the skin. So when creating this product, we wanted to make sure that the ingredients that went into this bottle would be absorbed by the skin cells. So one thing that we always talk about is 90 days till full cell saturation. That doesn't mean you're not going to see benefits before then, but what that means is your skin cells will actually absorb all of these ingredients and you'll be able to measure them within your skin cell. Think of it if you were to eat a really healthy meal. Every piece of food that you put in your body has different vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and different organs will kind of suck up and use these ingredients. Well, those 5 that I just spoke about are very, very skin specific. And with our combination and the synergy of them, they are therapeutic for the skin. Lastly, but not least, we have vitamin D. So there isn't enough vitamin D in here where I would say that it's therapeutic for the skin, but there's 2 things with vitamin D. One, we've been told that the sun is bad for us, so we're covering up and we're not allowing us to absorb the vitamin D that the sun provides for us. 2, the foods that we're eating aren't as nutrient dense with some of these vitamins as they used to be. And 3, vitamin D is fantastic for all-round health. And you can have glowing skin, beautiful hair, great nails, but if you don't feel good, you're not going to look good. So we've added 1,000 IUs of vitamin D in the bottle to really help with that immune health as well. So our anti-aging formula, one of the benefits that we talk about the most and one that we are the most proud of is the UV protection. Now, this product is not designed to completely replace SPF. You still need to be very smart with how you take care of and protect the outer layers of your skin. But in the world right now, there's a growing concern over the environmental impact of certain topical sunscreens. Some are being banned in certain areas. Also, what are in these specific products? What are the toxins that you're putting on? And then, of course, lastly, are you using your SPF correctly? When you look at a bottle of SPF, it's going to say, please reapply every hour to 2 hours. And you also have to make sure that you do that from head to toe every hour to 2 hours. And really think about this. How many of us, and I mean, I know there are some, but how many of us ensure that we're constantly reapplying our SPF every 2 hours? It can be a bit challenging. So really, we want to help pioneer a new category. So it's about protection from the inside out. And it's also giving you 24-hour protection and protection from the free radicals and the lights inside as well. So think of this as almost a little bit more of your insurance policy. So we did a human clinical trial with this anti-aging formula, and it was done in the US and New Jersey with a company that only tests topical SPFs. And what they do is they measure the MED, so it's called the minimal erythral dose. Basically, that is the changing of redness of the skin. So a UV dose that requires a high amount will actually give the skin a sunburn. So we did this trial for 8 weeks, and we measured at baseline, 4 weeks, and 8 weeks. Participants used our mini gel formula, and they took 4 per day. At 4 weeks, they were able to stay out in the sun or have the UV 39% longer before their skin would start to redden and therefore burn. At the end of the 8 weeks, participants were able to stay out 84% longer before their skin would start to redden and therefore burn. And this is very, very impressive. The typical topical SPF gives you around 15%. And again, you have to reapply this product every hour to 2 hours. This trial has actually been published as well. So you can see here on the screen, my mouse, oh, there we go. You can see here on the screen that this has been actually published. We spent extra, so you're able to share this with all of your clinics as well. And all of the reference information is there as well. Another trial that we're doing here at Bend is not on humans, but what we do is we actually have been testing the anti-aging formula directly on fibroblasts. So I know in the industry, we're really used to seeing a lot of before and afters in their face and their skin, but remember, there's a lot more to the structure of our skin and what's holding everything together, and that is the fibroblasts. So you can see here, in this first line, this was with the UVA and the UVB exposure, but not using the anti-aging formula. And this bottom line was, so you'll see how beautiful the webbing is, and this is what the fibroblasts look like up close. So it's lots of little lattice work, very intricate details. The red dots are basically dead cells. So red equals dead, meaning you cannot grow back any of those fibroblasts once they turn red. So you'll see on the fibroblasts that have been treated with the anti-aging formula, there's none of that red, no cells have died. Yes, there have been some changes. However, the changes are okay because you're able to grow those back again as well. So we're constantly doing ongoing trials with our products to see why and how they are working. So the anti-aging formula, it retails for $80 and it comes in 2 different forms. So the liquid comes in 40 servings. The key with this one is it does have to be refrigerated after it's open. It has a tangerine flavor to it, and you really want to give it a good shake before you use it. So this is my personal favorite. I have a teaspoon every evening after my dinner with a big glass of water. However, when I'm traveling, I use the soft gels. So the soft gels have 30 servings. Fantastic option for travel or just somebody who's just not interested in using the liquid formula. So it's either preference. One ends up being a little bit more of a value savings with 10 extra servings. And then the other one, of course, has a convenience factor. And the mini gels have a really nice mint coating on them as well. Next, we have our marine collagen plus cofactors. And I can probably bet this is not the first time you've heard of collagen product. It really is the buzz of the industry. It's known as the beauty protein, and it really is core for foundation of building healthy skin. So we talked a little bit earlier about, lowering that skin climate, lowering that inflammation. The anti-aging formula is really going to support this. But think of this marine collagen as a boost. So you have low inflammation in your body, not a lot of free radical stress. Your body is going to be prepared to be able to receive healthy collagen, and it's going to help signal your fibroblasts. So what makes our marine collagen different? Well, our approved claims are, of course, building collagen formation, maintaining healthy hair, skin, and nails. Everyone at our office has fantastic nails and hair. We get compliments all the time. Of course, key, you want to protect your skin. And also we have a claim for wound healing as well. In our marine collagen, we actually have 3 ingredients. So we have marine collagen peptides from fish. We have vitamin C from silicon, vitamin C from acerola cherry, and we have silicon from bamboo. And so the vitamin C and the silicon are really important for collagen formation. They're going to help with healthy collagen cross-linking. So remember those photos that we saw earlier in the clinical trial, those little webbing, that green webbing? It's going to help build beautiful, healthy webbing within our collagen. Again, back to the skin barrier. There's lots of products that say they have collagen peptides and in topical products. And yes, they're great for the outer layers of the skin. But remember, they cannot penetrate farther than the skin barrier, that epidermis. And really where that collagen matrix lives is in that dermis layer. So to get it directly fed to the dermis, you need to do that through red blood cells. And that is at the hypodermis at the very end. So absolutely still use your topical products, but your marine collagen is really going to get to the core of where this is. So it's not about just adding more collagen to your body. What this is collagen peptides have been shown to stimulate the dermal fibroblasts. And what those fibroblasts are, basically, is what produces the collagen and the elastin in your body. So helping to increase the elasticity and firmness. And I always like to remind everyone, we're not just talking about our face, we're talking about full body, full cell saturation. So being such a popular ingredient, collagen, of course, there's many different ways that you can purchase it. We, of course, have decided that marine collagen was the best option for us. But I wanted to give you a little insights on the industry and what the difference between the two are. So the other version would be from cow or pig, and it's really the most commonly sourced. It's derived from leftover hides, and it has a much lower price point. However, the environmental footprint for this ingredient is quite high. A lot of it does come from the rainforest and cattle farms, and one of the key things for us is making sure that we have the lowest environmental footprint as possible. So one of the ways that this cow and pig is turned into collagen is it takes about 2 to 3 weeks, and it's put into big vats with some alkaline chemicals to really break it down. Also, it's not always suitable for all cultures and religions. So this is why we chose to go with a fish option. So it has a higher bioavailability, so you can take less. Yes, it does have a higher cost, but you have a lower dosage. Also, lower environmental footprint, which is absolutely key. And it is processed from fish skin to finished collagen in about 36 hours. So without that 2 to 3 weeks in chemicals. So I'll let you decide which you would prefer. But again, in the very end, we'll talk a little bit about our stance as a company, but the environment, absolutely key, and where our ingredients are sourced, very, very important. And of course, the ingredients and chemicals that you're putting into your body, you really want to think twice about. So very easy to take as well. So you mix 2.5 teaspoons in a beverage of choice, and we say warm or cold. You wouldn't want to add this to a boiling hot water, something that's like boiling on the stove, because you would probably break down that vitamin C ingredient. And remember that vitamin C is important to help with healthy collagen cross-linking and absorption. We have 3 flavors to choose from. We have strawberry, coconut, and unflavored. It's sweetened with stevia leaf as well. I'm not sure if you've seen on our website and on our social media, but we are pretty proud of our before and afters. So I'm just going to flick through a few of these. They are all on our website to take a close look as well, but none of these, of course, have been retouched. All participants in these before and afters have been using the product for 90 days. So we say 90 days for full cell saturation. However, everyone is going to have a different baseline. So some people are going to notice difference within the first week, some within the first bottle, and some may take a little bit longer. Depends on if you're looking to protect your skin or correct your skin. So this next one you won't find on our website. This is a really interesting story, and she's actually a friend of Ben's, and she was making a squash soup. And unfortunately, her squash was in the oven and exploded all over her face. So day one, she has first and second degree burns on her face and on her neck, and her neck's actually covered up there. Quite a traumatic experience for her. Of course, it's her face. There was burns all over herself. You can see a closer look of the burns on her chest, and this is at day 2. And Michelle took some really, really great photos for us. And full transparency, when this did happen, we recommended that she double her dose of her product. So remember, the anti-aging is 1 teaspoon a day. She did take 2 teaspoons a day. And the marine collagen is 2.5 teaspoons. And she took about 3 teaspoons of her marine collagen every day. By day 4, I mean, she's back covered up, but you can see her face. Day 5, day 6, you can already see the new skin growing back. So much so that her plastic surgeon was absolutely shocked. She was told that she would have to stay out in the sun for at least 6 to 9 months, and that she most likely would be scarring. I'm happy to report that she has not scarred. You cannot tell it happened at all, and her recovery time was really, really great. So in clinic, how is this product going to work for you at spa location? So the key, of course, is to optimize your skin climate. So really that is helping to fight inflammation and free radical stress, allowing the body to be better prepared to receive treatments as well as all ingredients to the skin. So the foundation, of course, is the anti-aging formula. It's going to shift the skin's chemistry towards slowing down the aging process, reducing that chronic inflammation and free radicals, reducing tissue breakdown, and also restores repair as well. And then, of course, step 2 would be our boost. So think of marine collagen as that booster product. It's going to help to signal those fibroblasts to produce more collagen to help with that elasticity and firmness. So I know everyone is going to offer different types of services within their clinic, but our products have been designed to support all topicals that are on the shelf, as well as services being done. A lot of the time, we're actually causing inflammation to the skin to help with that repair. By taking the anti-aging formula, you actually have controlled stress within the skin. So it's going to help to work with lights and lasers and radiotherapy, and it's going to control that stress. So therefore, you're able to go deeper with service, stimulating faster healing response, and of course, hoping to increase collagen production as well. Again, key is speeding recovery time. I have a clinic in Vancouver, Canada, and when she starts working with her clients, she puts them on the Bend anti-aging formula for at least 3 weeks before she goes and does any deeper, more inflammation-causing treatments. And she just finds she gets better outcome from the get-go for them. So it's a increased return on investment, both for you as well as client. So remember, Ben Beauty's products are evidence-based. They're working synergistically with the topical products that you're already using, as well as services that you're offering. So it ends up being an incremental sales opportunity for you. But what happens is clients end up seeing better results from their topicals that they're using and more satisfaction from the services that they've received. And of course, like we mentioned in the very beginning, nutraceuticals are really the next big wave in the skincare industry. So think of the skin climate formula, so the anti-aging, as really that foundation. Next comes topicals, then treatment, and or surgery if someone chooses. And they all help to support each other. So this being a bit of a new category, I just like to share this slide of some questions and feedback that I've received from some estheticians in the industry and spa owners of really, how you start talking about a new category. So you can see a few here, and I'm not going to read every single one of them, but one of the ones that always really stands out is, how are you nourishing your skin from within? And I want you all to think of this today. How do you nourish your entire skin organ from head to toe every single day? You'll also notice our last one there, it says, our label is our manual. So when you get a bottle of anti-aging formula or marine collagen in your hand, flip it over and you can see every single one of our claims are listed there. So it keeps it very easy to speak to any concern or any benefit, and also helps with the sale of the product. I love this when it says trust equals, results equal trust. The better quality skin your clients have, they're going to trust you to purchase more products, to purchase more services. So the anti-aging formula is really going to give a great foundation to build better quality skin for you to work with each and every time that they lay in front of you. Again, the opportunity. So it's all about your guests. They want results. We're backed by science, and we have many benefits that absolutely everyone can benefit from. We have on our label 19 and up, but really there's no one that can't benefit from at least one of our benefits, if not all of them. So a little bit of numbers here, and really I'm going to leave most of this to Alexander's to really support you. But just to give you an idea of really building a solid business when it comes to selling this product as incremental sales to your offering, just by getting 10 of your customers to use the anti-aging and the marine collagen monthly, that's just under $15,000 in retail revenue, which is really great. So sit back and think about it. Do you have at least 10 people that walk through your doors that can benefit from this product? And that's really thinking small. When you think of everyone that walks through your door and you think of all of the benefits and claims that this product helps with, really there isn't anyone that can't benefit from Bend. Again, you'll be able to talk to your team at Alexander's, and we're so happy to partner with them. When it comes to any of your orders, they'll be able to answer any additional questions for you. And last but not least, something that's super, super important to us at Bend is our environmental commitment. We're often asked, why Bend Beauty? And really, we want to bend the way people are thinking about the skincare industry. It's not just topicals, it's not just services. You have to build the best quality skin, and that has to start from within. We all know you are what you eat. Customers are more savvy than they've ever been. And this is a way to deliver active ingredients every single day. Also, sustainable ingredients, which is absolutely key. We also belong to a company called 1% for the Planet, where we give back 1% of our profits, 1% of our sales, not our profits, back into the environment. So you'll see this top one right here, it's called 1% for the Planet. Really, really interesting company. So we want to make sure that we give back as well. And we do our very best when it comes to packaging. We use glass bottles, which we were joking a little bit earlier, aren't sometimes ideal to ship, but we try to package them the best way possible so they are able to be recycled. And we always try to pick the best possible options. Thank you so much, and this is an opportunity for some questions.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
So thank you for that. We do have a question from Tara Vandervalk. She wants to know if there's any studies to support the anti-aging formula's ability to improve melasma.
We haven't done any studies ourselves specifically on that.
Okay, great. I don't know if the attendees know that on the panel there's a little box where you can type in questions or chat if you have any questions for us. We'll give you a few minutes. So we do have another question.
Sure.
So going back to the client that had the burns, was she already taking Bend on a daily basis? And if so, for how long?
Great question. Yes, she had been, and she'd been taking it for quite a few years.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Her skin was really.
It really, honestly, was, it's remarkable to see. And it was, the photos didn't even translate how bad it was. But first and second degree burns on your face would not be the best possible scenario. So within 7 days to see that type of turnaround and new skin being grown was quite great.
Okay, great. With your before and after clients, did they alter their diet at all?
I'm not sure of that. The only thing that was added to their skincare routine and to their daily routine was, of course, the Bend anti-aging and marine collagen. I mean, who knows what they ate, but that was kind of how we set it. Don't change anything, just continue on with the adding the anti-aging and the marine collagen.
Okay, great. We are getting some questions about the pictures and the presentation. Is there a way that we can share those with our attendees?
What was that?
The pictures in the presentation.
The before and afters?
Yeah. Oh no,
before
the ones of your friend, the burn.
Those are actually a part of our before and after booklets that can be ordered.
Oh, good.
So we do sell those to our distributors. So absolutely, those are a part of them.
Okay, great. All right, here's some more questions. How is the fish collagen extracted compared to how the collagen is extracted from cows or pigs?
Okay, so this slide that I showed you here, I'll just flip it back. Can we all see this one right here? Let me just bring this back up. So the difference between the two is really the process from cow and pig, leftover hides. It's about 2 to 3 weeks, and you'll see here it's in processing in like acidic alkaline chemicals. And from fish skins to finished product, it's about 36 hours to extract those.
Okay. All right, great. Let's see here. I'm just kind of reading through. Oh, somebody put in a question, but then asked not to ask it. So let me.
Okay. One thing I will say. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead, Jennifer.
Oh, one thing that I will say is we could probably talk for about a good solid 8 hours about both of these products, all of these ingredients and everything that they've done. So what we have done to support all of our distributors and all of our spas is we do have an online learning management system, and Wendy will be able to share that link with you as well. I challenge you even to go through it before you bring the product on. It gives you quite a good education in how ingestible products work and what sets ours apart when it comes to every single ingredient. It takes anywhere between 2 to 3 hours, depending, to go through the full learning path, but it will give you even more education on these products.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Yeah, and we will go ahead and forward that link after this to all the attendees, the link to the learning management system. There was a question, let's see. Is there any concern about the fish and the mercury from fish in the supplements?
Great question. So that's something that, of course, we always test. One of the main reasons why the fish that we use are small anchovies is, one, they are the lowest in any of those toxins, and we do make sure that we do any traces for mercury or any of those toxins so they don't end up in the finished ingredients, or sorry, finished products. Think smaller fish haven't been around as long. So the ideal of those big, huge fish that have been swimming around our oceans, not ideal. And that's why sometimes when people are saying, well, I eat big pieces of salmon every day, or fish, they're in our oceans that aren't the cleanest.
Okay, thank you. Does extracting collagen from fish not need acid or alkaline solutions?
No.
Okay, wonderful. All right, great questions, everybody.
Yeah, really great questions. I love how they're always ingredient focused. It just goes to show how savvy people are, and your clients are going to be the same. We care about what goes into our bodies. We care about where our products are being made, who is making our products. There's just so many options out there, whether it's a topical product or whatever it is. Consumers are very, very savvy. So I love hearing these types of questions. And those are the things that are most important to us at Bend as well.
Mm-hmm. Right. So what happens if you miss a day of the routine?
Sure. So within the first 3 months is really the key time where you want to be as diligent as possible, because that's really where you're building best quality skin, and also you're building your habits. But not to worry. If you miss a day, it's completely okay. You don't have to double up. It's not an instant gratification product, so it's something that builds up in your system. Within that first couple of weeks, really try to continue on as best as possible because you're building that best quality skin. But there's been times where I've went away for the weekend and I've forgotten it, and I'm okay. Where I did notice it is one point I was off the product for about a little over 3 weeks. Personal things going on, just out of my control. And it was at the end of, I think around that 3rd week, that I actually got a burn on my face, and I never do. I never burn. And I realized that it was around that 3-week period that I started to really notice my skin was different. And for me, one of the biggest, and not just me, many of people notice mental clarity and focus. So this is a really fantastic brain health product. And I find that if I'm off the product for about a week and a half to 2 weeks, my brain is just a little bit foggy. So I take it for my skin, but I also take it for my brain.
Okay, good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Along those same lines, we have a question from Lori. If you stop the supplements, what happens? Are current results maintained, or do you need to keep using supplements to maintain results?
This is a foundational product. So it's the same, think of it as a moisturizer. If you stopped using your moisturizer daily, your skin's going to want it. So your cells, of course, are going to want this product. So you're building the best quality skin and saturating your cells. So it's going to take 90 days for your cell to be saturated. After that 90 days, it's not going to go away immediately if you stop taking it. It's going to be around that 2 to 3 week periods where you really start to see the difference. And after a full month, it's pretty much out of your system.
Okay, great. What about clients that are undergoing acne treatments such as Accutane?
Sure. I mean, this is a product that can absolutely go along with it. It's going to help with moisture and hydration. I've had people take this instead of. Depends on what your personal route is going to be. But you have dry skin, you have damaged skin, you have very inflamed skin. So it's not going to hurt those procedures or products that you're using. If anything, it's going to complement it.
Okay, great. And let's see, another question. Can you explain the benefit of taking both products at the same time?
Sure. I mean, it goes back to that whole skin climate. So the most important product that I would say you take first, of course, is that anti-aging product. That is that foundational product. It's going to lower the inflammation. It's going to lower that free radical stress. And then it's going to prepare your body to better be able to receive the marine collagen, which is going to signal those fibroblasts, which is going to help with that elasticity and firmness. So the two really complement each other well, both from the inside to help support anything that you're doing on the outside.
All right, great. We do get asked a lot about the fish oil taste, and if people are going to burp up the fish oil after they take it and taste it during the day, because some fish oils kind of have a lingering taste throughout the day that people are worried about.
Not the first time I've been asked this. So like anything that you digest or you consume, you have the ability to burp up, depending on when you take it, how you take it, what you take it with. If you were to take, 4 mini gels and, down a big Pepsi or something, carbonated beverage, you're going to burp them up for sure. The key is you shouldn't be burping up a fishy taste. It's fish oil itself. When you first receive like fish oil, it actually has zero taste whatsoever. Something that is very, very fishy means it has oxidized. So if and when you do burp something up or our product, you're going to taste more of that grapefruity type flavor or that mint flavor. But it shouldn't be a rancid fish taste. It has a medicinal flavor to it, and there is absolutely a possibility that you can burp it up. I'm not saying it's an absolute no, but are you going to have fishy breath? Absolutely not.
Okay, great.
And don't drink Pepsi. That's bad. That was a bad example. Bad example.
All right, so back to the extracting of the fish oil.
Sure.
Can you explain how it's actually extracted? We know we don't need acid or the alkaline, but do you know how it's extracted?
So the fish oil, are we talking the anti-aging formula or the marine collagen?
I think both would be great if you could answer to both.
So I mean, yeah. So I mean, the anti-aging formula, it's extracted from the oil itself is extracted from a fish. I'm not sure the exact process. I mean, I'm sure the fish is no longer alive, so we're taking it from the fish. We buy that specific product in big vats of omega-3s with EPA and DHA. So that product is purchased. The hydrolyzed collagen, it's basically fish skins dried down into a powder. So I don't know the exact every single steps. I haven't been there myself. Those are answers that we could get for you. But I will say that we have visited the fisheries to make sure that we've done our due diligence to ensure that they're following proper standards when it comes to sustainability and efficacy.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Is it best to take this on an empty or full stomach?
It's a good one. I always say it's best taken with food for absorption. However, there's been times that I've taken it without. So in the evening, sometimes I'll take just a teaspoon with a big glass of water. This is for the anti-aging formula. And same with the soft gels. It really just has to do with your lifestyle. So I always sit down with a client before they start taking it and I ask them, okay, so tell me, you know, are you the type of person that wakes up in the morning, grabs a cup of coffee and they don't eat till noon? Morning's probably not the best time to start taking it. So maybe it's, you know, pack some to go with your lunch or have it in the evening with dinner. As for the marine collagen, oh my gosh, you can have so much fun with it. So I throw it in my coffees in the morning. I make bulletproof coffee. I have it in tea in the afternoon. I've thrown it in yogurt. I've thrown it in smoothies, or I just have it in the afternoon if I'm feeling like I want a little something sweet. I love mixing up the strawberry in the afternoon. I've added some fizzy water to it. Yeah, so I mean, really, you can play around with it. There's no specific time of day or delivery that shows that it works better either way. But when you're first starting to take it, I would say a little bit of food would be ideal, especially with the anti-aging formula.
All right, we have a question. We have some current customers that take supplements, fish oil, collagen that's purchased in the store. Why would we talk about taking this instead of the one that they currently have?
Sure. So, I mean, I can't speak to other products because I'm not quite sure exactly what the makeup is. Every product is a little bit different. You know, the ingestible category is growing. There's more and more coming out, and I think if this is a good thing because supplements for your skin are very, very important. You're going to notice a difference, which I'm sure you have already. So some of the key things that you really want to look at is, you know, what are the approved claims? Like, what are you able to say, or what are they able to say on package with the product? Two, you really want to look at the ingredients and the amount of ingredients that are in the product. You know, who that company is. And then third, when it comes to bringing a product in for your shelf, you know, we are focused on professional skincare. So why send your client down the street to a health food store to buy something that might not be as good as ours? One of the key things with the anti-aging formula is we wanted to keep it very simple. So we want it to have a product that almost everyone can benefit from. I mean, unless you're allergic to fish, there's really no contraindications. that you have to follow. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, we always just say, ask your physician, check in with your physician, but we've had many who have taken it. And also, there are quite a few ingredients in that anti-aging formula, and you would have to buy them all separately. And so really what we wanted to do is add something to your skincare routine that takes 15 seconds to pour in a teaspoon or take 4 mini gels, and you're getting therapeutic benefit to these products specifically for your skin. Yes, you can buy omega-3s absolutely everywhere, but remember, it's the ratio of EPA to DHA and the synergy of all of these products is why we're allowed to say what we do about the product. And it's therapeutic for the skin. So yes, there's lots of great products out there for sure. We've designed this one specifically for the professional skincare channel. And we wanted it to be simple. We don't want to have, 20 different products that someone has to take. You didn't get into this business to sell supplements or to sell food. You got into this business to sell skincare and to help build better quality skin. And so really that is what we always keep in mind whenever we're bringing out new products and whenever we're designing our formulations.
Great, thank you. 2 more questions we have.
Sure.
Do the supplements interfere with any particular medications or lessen the effectiveness of any prescriptions?
No, they should not. So we have not sweetened it with actual grapefruit. It's sweetened with monk fruit. However, anyone that's on any, a lot of medications or going through any type of specific treatment with their physician, we always just say, you know what, take the brochure or pull up the website and the information and ask your physician. I will say that anyone that is about to go on surgery, or have surgery, we always recommend, if possible, to stop taking the anti-aging formula about a week before surgery. Your physician will usually tell you this, but omega-3s are known as blood thinners. So ideal to go off pre-op, but post-op, fantastic. Take both of them. So fantastic healing response, inflammation, and whatnot. But usually if you're going through any type of procedure, you'll have a list of what you can't take. If there are any medications that you are on and they specifically say you cannot have EPA, DHA, GLA, or any of the ingredients, of course, you couldn't take the product. But there aren't any major contraindications that we have to put on our label claims.
Alrighty. And last question, is it best to take both formulas at the same time?
Time of day really doesn't matter. It's more about consistency. So, many of us will take it either the anti-aging either morning or night. And then again, like I said, marine collagen for me is different every day. So it doesn't have to be at the same time every day. It's just, you want to make sure you take it every single day. And I flip back and forth. Sometimes I'm taking the liquid, and then when I'm traveling, I'm taking the soft gels. Sometimes I'm taking the unflavored. Sometimes I have the strawberry, the marine collagen. Sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's warm.
Okay, great. I think that is it for questions. I was wondering if you could just bring up that slide about the limited time trial.
Absolutely.
Explain that a little bit, if that would work, be okay with you before we wrap up?
Sure, I'm gonna open this and you don't need to see me for that. There you go.
Here we go. All right, well, first of all, Jennifer, thank you so much. We really appreciate you educating our customers on this wonderful product. We do want to let everyone know that for a limited time, for those of you that attended the webinar, Bend Beauty products are sold in a case. So when you're online, as most of you do purchase online, you'll see that the option is to only buy it in a case of 6. So for a limited time, if you would like to try the products, just give us a call at our either the California office or the Colorado location, and we will work with you so you can just purchase, a couple of each so you can try some products out before you choose to retail and buy it in the case. So we just want to make sure you knew about that. And with that, I think we're wrapping up. Anything else, Jennifer?
No, I mean, I think that's it for me. Thanks for all bearing with me. This is my first time just like talking at a screen and not talking at people. So I'm sorry if it was a little choppy, but if there are any questions after you hang up, please reach out to Wendy and she can directly reach out to us. I know sometimes things pop into my mind later on. So we're here to support Wendy and the team, and we'd love your feedback on the learning management system as well. It's a great investment of your time.
Great.
Thanks so much, everyone.
One more quick thing. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
One quick thing, I forgot to point out that we do have a handout for everybody, and we will follow up as well with the learning management system. But if you go on to the control panel, there is a handout that you can download that has great information about this product, and we will be following up with everyone.
Cool.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Thank you.
These are really